They've got the ball back. Feyenoord. What's this highline? Oh my God! They're through! No! Fucking stupid twats, man! What the fuck is that highline? You fucking idiots! Oh my God! Oh my God! What the hell is that highline? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are you being serious? What the hell is that tactics, man? It's the 90th minute of the game and we're sat on the halfway line. What are we playing at, man? What are we playing at? What is going on at this football club, man? We're in fucking crisis. Anyone says that we're not in a crisis needs to give their head a fucking wobble. If you want to go and support a team in League 2, go and fucking support a team in League 2. This team has standards now. Pep Guardiola and Sheikh has built this team to have standards. And this is fucking unacceptable, man.
And so we don't have the capacity.
Yeah, man, that's the one. Hashtag that's the one.
That's the one, man.
That's
oh man. Yeah, man. How are we feeling, man?
How are we? You know, how are we? How are we, people?
Mate, I'm worried about Pep, you know.
I'm worried about
Donny's looking real like Christ. Like he's looking, like Pep is looking. Why?
You know what's mad about it, Mons?
Worried
That's his
about
best
him,
result in 6 games.
Literally, that's his best
And he's
result,
doing that to himself. He actually got a draw.
Yeah, bro. Pep's going for a midlife crisis, bro. He's gonna grow his hair back.
Did you not see what he said? I want to hurt myself.
Yeah, bro. This guy, how about this? This guy, I think he's gonna grow his hair back. He's gonna go for a whole.
That ain't coming back. Bro.
We're gonna see him with the little line after the surgery that you get when you first get it. You know what I'm saying? On a salad thing, like you know what I'm saying, on a Ben White, on a story on a who was it that got it for Arsenal? The centre back, Holding. When Holding got his hairline done and that.
Gabriel Afro's crazy.
But you know what it was? He said it so calmly as well. The guy was like, "How'd you get the cut, Pep?" And he was like, "I did it just with my nails myself." It's like it would be normal to do that.
I think he was being sarcastic though.
Pep is in his turn around and die.
I think he was being sarcastic. I think he was irritated with the question. I think he was a bit irritated with the question.
Nah, man, he's in his turn around and die phase.
No, it's a smile at the end.
Oh,
it's the smile at the end.
It's a little bit insensitive, a little bit as well, though. To be fair,
he's in his emo phase, man. You don't need to be afraid to say it. Like it's cool. Like he's in his like, you know, what I'm saying?
I will be the night that I
will fall for you.
Over and over.
Right.
Oh my God. So what is it? So what is it to last night? Was it the players or was it the manager? And also we need to know either Pep headbutted the locker room or he scrapped with that Kevin Keegan looking you.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first, by the way. I thought they'd had a scrap in the changing room.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
I think I got piss up.
Everyone,
same.
Everyone right now, if you've got sharp nails or not, try actually scratch your nose and tell me you can get a cut.
I'm good.
Tell me
I give that one a miss. I give that one. You show us, cuz. You show us.
I can't try, bro. Like I'm itching my nose, bro. You can't do it. You have that.
No, he was being sarcastic.
Yeah, so he
definitely got punch up.
Yeah, he got into something.
Did you not see all the lines on his head?
I think he done that. I reckon he done that.
That's adapting. That's like this.
Yeah, it could have been. But how about the ones on the nose and stuff?
Yeah,
he had like a lip. It was like the lip as well. There's a cut on the lip.
I'm not telling you lot to self-harm. I said to try. I mean, if you don't want to self-harm yourselves, I couldn't give a toss. That's up to you lot. But what's it called? I'm just saying, isn't it? So who's the culprits? Do you reckon Edison had the Goldie gloves on? Do you reckon he got Edison by the throat for coming out trying to do Superman?
Oh yeah, do you know who's bad? And I know he's a kid, but Rico Lewis offers that team nothing bar short passing and being in the right position. He is diabolical defensively.
What do we used to call? We're going to call him the English eyelash now. Do you remember that? Do you remember that one once? The Portuguese eyelash, Fabio Vieira.
Yeah, he's just zero. He's just zero from hoes, bro. He's zero from hoes.
According to Saeed, it was Big Steve that had the scrap with Pep.
Oh my gosh, I said big.
Oh my god.
Man, them are fighting like gal though. I used to get scratch up like a cat. Meow. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I thought it would have been like, I don't know, a bruise or something or bust lip. Man's got bare lines on his face, boy.
Yeah, remember Beckham? Did he come out with stitches and stuff or something?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Times have changed, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, innit? Them man are moving.
Nah, man, there's bare speculation. We could be starting nasty rumors right now, but I reckon that's gonna come out in the papers. Period. Like, don't think it really matters. But did anyone actually watch the game yesterday? Because I'm not gonna sit here and act like I had the game on, but I was watching the Arsenal game a little bit more extensively. Did you look? See, it's true. What's it called? What LB said. They played a high line to defend. Even after they went 3 down, you could see after that Edison goal, the head just dropped.
I think
as soon as the first one went in, it was like us at the Molyneux.
And they got Liverpool. Can I read? Do you not know the fixtures? Let me read out some of these fixtures.
Yeah, the fixtures are not nice. They're not good.
Like Simpson Poussey came on, yeah, gave away the first ball pretty much, and then the second goal, like the ball went. Obviously, the goal was the goal.
It was Vardio, bro. That
Vardio.
It was Vardio, bro.
Let me see it.
Josco's had enough. I'll be honest. He's had enough blood.
They've got
at least he was scoring goals before.
First names
in the league. Yeah,
Josco's had enough blood. He's had it to him. That pass was that pass is to say that fuck these men, bro.
The pussy was stinky. Well, what's it called? They got Forest, Crystal Palace away, United, and Aston Villa all in the league, and all in between there is Juventus.
Yeah, their Champions League games are away.
Juventus and who's the other one? I can't remember who the other one was. There's another hard one. Pause. PSG away.
Man, they're in top 4. They're in the middle of Champions League, isn't it? The mid-table.
Yeah,
I think that. Yeah, they're mid-table.
Oh, where are they going to be by Jan? Like, if they don't fix up.
Well, they got Liverpool this weekend to think about first.
No, that's what I'm saying. They'll be out of the title race by Jan if it keeps going like this.
Yeah. They're in the top four battle, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
You mean that by Jan? By December?
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Mate, if you're telling me
December's so early to write it off, though, because like if they can get to Jan and they can buy and they can repair the gap with players that they bring in, they've got a chance.
Why can't
how big would that be by then?
So I don't know. What is it? Probably 10 points is the biggest they could get back, I think.
Yeah, but then you could say, what about Liverpool or Arsenal or Chelsea that could say they can go and buy, plug some gaps, and do exactly the same thing.
I just, as much as they're in a bad spell at the moment, I think it's the Pep effect. Like if you've got anyone that could like potentially close this gap, it probably is Pep.
Of course,
like, how many times have we seen the wheels come off with a Guardiola side? Like this is,
this is more.
Definitely.
This comes across more than just the wheels. I feel like it's the bump, like the engine's coming out, the wheels are off. You know,
but even with the wheels coming off, they're only 8 points behind. It's not big enough.
Yeah, but you think on the weekend that Liverpool are going to lose for some reason, and that's
I just don't think Liverpool will win.
Liverpool can afford it. Even if Liverpool draw, that's enough. Their fixtures are calm coming up. The only one that I think the only tough fixture they got coming up, Liverpool technically on paper, is Tottenham.
But Liverpool haven't even been playing that well though.
Yeah, but Man City been playing extremely worse.
I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not bothered about Man City. I'm trying to catch Liverpool.
Yeah, I hear that, but then you're talking on a pure hopium base.
No, I'm saying I don't think City are gonna lose on Sunday.
I don't think.
Remember yesterday they were 3-0 up yesterday
against Feyenoord though. Like that's Arne Slot left there
at home.
He leveled
at
up
home as well.
Yeah.
He said he was studying Spurs Andrew's tactics. He said, "Yeah, let me see how Tottenham play. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Blueprint, 2-2s. You know what I'm saying?
You know the biggest thing with Ange, Ash, is that Ange just don't pay City the respect that every other team does. He just takes the game to him, and then it always seems to work for him.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. But yeah, City are in mad trouble, bro.
I've seen hella emergency streams running up lately, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like times are really changing. I didn't see that last year. Didn't see that the year before that.
Yeah, because they're feeling what it feels like to be a real fan.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, let me ask you a serious question. By the way, LB's going to be late. Is Pep losing the dressing room?
That's what I was thinking, bro. I'm gonna lie. When I saw them scratches, I was like, boy, there might be some trouble in it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe certain men are not wanting to play in certain positions. Yeah, I don't know. Foden's playing out what as a secondary striker. Obviously, drops into the middle sometimes. Rico Lewis, it's like you said, Dan, it's just not good enough. And certain men are looking at him like, how is he getting into the team? Why is he starting? Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if there's a bit of. I know it was Walker. That was the first cracks. Do you know what I'm saying? When Walker was going at be humble, stay humble, yeah. Haaland, yeah, the robot. Them man were going at it on the pitch. So I know that carried back in the dressing room. Do you know what I mean? I know certain man got called out. So yeah, man, I think and listen, it's the first time they lost 5 on a spin and then drew last night. I thought no, last night's gonna be a given because I said there's no way they're not winning. And now look. Do you know what I'm saying? Going into Liverpool, it's shaky. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're still going to have the same issues. Everyone's saying, City are going to be back. But wait a minute, hold on. They still don't have that defensive structure. They're playing with a 2-3-5. It's mad. It's mad to me. And if it's not a 2-3-5, certain times it's a 3-1-6 or 3-1-7, whatever you want to call it.
What are you saying? He's in his 10 Hog bag. What are you saying?
I just pulled up a mask. Scooby-Doo. Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know what's going on.
Yesterday was a bad result for them. I think that was a really damaging result before Liverpool to be 3-0 up at home and draw 3-3. I think that was a bad
75 minutes as well. Like
the thing is, they played really well. They look like Man City played really well yesterday as well. That's the thing. They were controlling and everything. Like they were making chances. I think they even had like a higher XG than what Final produced as well. If you want to do up stats, and then it's just that thing that we cuss Arsenal for, or especially Tottenham for, you know, giving up leads. And now it's to a point. It's like you're not just losing; you're giving up mad leads. Do you know what I mean? It's one thing after another. Look, the thing is, even then, like we can say like last year and the year before that, but now the term like City are looking the same. I think even City fans would agree with that. They really don't at this moment of time.
Even when Haaland scored his penalty, he went and smashed the ball like he was like so vexed. Like he's just got that. They've all got that like anger in them at the minute. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but they've all got that super. Pep's an intense guy, isn't he? Like everything about him is intense, and he's a maniac, isn't he? So it's kind of hard to deal with that for years.
But I'm thinking of it. What was I was gonna say? Like, if you're being honest, was that even a penalty?
No, obviously that's the European thing, innit? But of course that's not a penalty, man. You smash a ball at someone, he hits their hand somehow, and it's a penalty. It's madness.
No, apparently because they clashed calves, or he clashed. No. From what I got told, it clashed Haaland's calf or something like that. That's what I thought, and I looked at it and I was like, "Wait, where is it?" And then apparently it's the calf, but I could be wrong again. I'm thinking, how have they just got a penalty for that? How many penalties? Do you know what I mean?
The European refs are brilliant, but the rules are bad. Some of the rules,
the rules are terrible.
But the refs are brilliant.
You know the Bayern PSG ref didn't have a good game last night though. Like, had a bad game. I watched that. Like he had a bad game, mate. To be fair, but yeah, on the whole, I'd say they're a level above Prem refs. Definitely,
I'll say more than one.
Yeah.
You know the hardest part is now. It's like anytime you want to get a City fan on, probably for midday streams now, it's going to be the most difficult thing in the world. The most difficult thing in the world. Honestly, there's already like there's not many of them online on YouTube now. It's literally like it's impossible.
Hey, bro, it's not easy, you know. Listen,
it's not easy, bro.
Some of us have to deal with it week in, week out. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's not easy.
Ash, that's such a good point. Yeah, can you imagine if Pep had ever had like a normal side?
I saw someone bring out yesterday. They're saying if you give Pep an average team, you know this is what you get.
Mad.
It makes you wonder. It makes you want to see it now. Like, imagine him in a job that's like imagine he was Spurs manager, yeah, and he wasn't given like millions and millions
of Levy as the chairman
all the time, and you get a bad run. This guy wouldn't have lasted at all.
Yeah.
Do you reckon? You know what I was thinking? I reckon Haaland picked him up like the great Carly.
Maybe that's why Pep didn't take the England job.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know why Pep would want that England job anyway. Mark.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just.
I'm Martin, don't worry. We're not talking about you, my friend. We're not talking about you. I'm talking in general. It's funny because you know what I don't understand. So I watched a little bit of the emergency stream yesterday on LB's channel, and I see Martin there, and I see they're all like bickering and arguing. I thought, but Martin, like, I thought you're happy, like, to not win trophies. You don't care about trophies, Martin. Why are you getting frustrated, Martin? Do you know what I mean? Like, you can talk about the team, but you said if you go back down to League Two, you wouldn't care, Martin. So. You know, so why are you in an emergency stream? Because you've been there before. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that part. Martin, but yeah, that's what he said on Monday. You don't care about trophies.
Mad.
Well,
that's it. Yeah, well,
he's talking about the history, and he's putting in context, and he's talking about the history of where they were. I'm assuming.
Yeah, obviously, but then why would you want to be in an emergency stream if you don't care?
Wait, I've just realized something. Something's just hit me. Oh my days!
An epiphany.
Vinny didn't win the Balon d'Or, and ever since then, these men have been fucking rubbed. Oh my days, he's judged off this team. I had the feeling I knew what it was, bro. Take it in, no man. Since that Balon d'Or, bro, Rodri walked out with that Balon d'Or, and these men have been awful.
That was before that.
No, but like it was salvageable then. It was salvageable. No, they did the Adebayor's mum thing, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I am telling you, fam. Oh my gosh. Nah. I know it sounds mad, you know, but just take it in. Just take it in. Take it in.
Whoa,
Rodri came out with the Balon d'Or. Did this one.
Oh man!
I think the judge is back, bro. That's a judge thing, bro. That's a judge thing. I'm sorry, that's a judge thing.
What you said, Andrew and Pep?
100%.
It's all Tottenham's fault, Ash.
Tottenham, Vinny, bro. Vinny's injured and he's laughing at these, man, bro. You know what I'm saying? George, I'm telling you right now, bro. I think genuinely, because this isn't the City that we know, bro.
They say every era comes to an end, innit? So
don't say that. Don't say that.
I don't know if it's now.
Who said that? Who said that? Let me know who said that.
Talking about 10. I don't
Who?
know. Is it 10?
Don't say that, bro.
8, 7, 6, 5.
He didn't say when it was gonna happen. He just said it. No, are we wrong for that one?
No. What?
You got something right. Do you not agree, bro?
Bro, listen. We saying they only appreciate you when you're gone. They only appreciate you when you're gone.
Literally,
Klopp is busting up right now, you know.
No. How about this? Klopp is upset, bro. Klopp is sitting there.
What are you saying? Like, are you saying this is like yin and yang can't live without each other? They need one another.
Bro. Batman and Joker thing, like Batman. Yeah, Pep's the Joker, and Pep's like going. Batman's retired and that, and the Joker just losing his mind, bro. He's got no one to terrorize. Like, I don't really want to be a villain no more, bro. Like, that's it. Take me back to Arkham Asylum, bro. That's what it is. That's what I feel like it is. You know, I'll be real.
We got Pep's recent form. Do you want to see it?
Yeah, go on.
Start off the League Cup, innit? That's when it all started going downhill. That is dumb.
That's crazy.
Oh man, no offense to all the baldies out there, man. Sorry, D. But what's it called, man? Big up Cass inspired to be to create a United channel. Not even gonna read that one. Can't bother. Big up Vidoria, man. And then Alfie says Pep was shouting at Haaland, why did you put that humble curse on us and got banged in the face? No, honestly, how did they sort this out, man? They had Nunes in midfield. You know, they had KDB came on the field as well. They had pretty much all their options out there as much as possible. What is the solution? Is it time to change the way they play or just play through it?
I don't know. I don't even know myself because I'm like, the defensive structure. What can you do until you wait for certain centre backs to come back? I don't even know. I think it's bigger than their centre backs. I think it's the midfield area. On the ball, no problem. Off the ball is where the problems lay. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Pep can go pragmatic if he's got it in him. Do you know what I mean? To kind of get a more defensive pairing in the middle. That his midfielders, who's the defensive one out of the ones that are fit? That's what you have to ask yourself.
I don't know, you know. This is what I think about as well. Like I think about all what defensive options they might have, whether you want to invert or not. Maybe it's time to go a little bit more traditional with the fullbacks potentially.
Yeah,
maybe you might have to give up a little bit of control, but then you're going back on yourself basically. And I think
he's not going to do that.
He's not going to do that. I don't think. I don't know what solution there is because they keep having to use Gundo there.
Just got to play through it.
Vardiel doesn't have to be that left attacking left back like that. Do you know what I'm saying? They could possibly get one of their centre backs, what they used to do, and play them left back. So maybe you lose a bit of attacking threat, but then you've got a bit more control. Because I'll be real, Vardiel left back defensively is causing a lot of issues. Do you know what I'm saying?
They need Diaz to target that. They need Diaz more than ever. Like they need their captain at the back, captain savior at the back. I feel like they need quite a lot going on. Even Gundo, he came off the field yesterday. I'm pretty sure he got substituted, but so you can't really blame him for that, can you? You know, you probably could say that you have to blame. I think Edison lost it for them. Realistically,
Edison was watching McCarthy at the weekend, wasn't he?
Honestly,
yeah.
I just think in transition they look so poor. Like they look all over the place. As soon as the other team is counter-attacking them, they don't know where to be on the pitch. I mean, there's a couple of still shots from last night, and the line is an absolute joke. Like they're all over the place. Yeah. They're up near the halfway line. They got Rico Lewis at the back post, unaware of who's around him. I mean, Carl Walker at the weekend was horrific. I mean, I think Ash is right. I don't know if Pep is pragmatic, and who are we to tell Pep to do that because of what he's achieved? But ultimately, at what point do you go, I just have to get a result here and then just kill the losing streak or the poor run of form that they're on and then start building again? Maybe it's a time for a change as well. Maybe Pep's going to look at it and go, right, my style of football's not working. I've got to switch it up.
Maybe. I'm not even going to lie though. Like, you know, City are the type of club that will chop up half that team if they need to. I think they will sell them and go get new players. That's why I don't think Pep. So this whole like, oh, is Pep? Can Pep get sacked? Can he get? He's not going nowhere.
No, they're just giving him a new deal. He ain't going anywhere.
Just give him a new deal. He ain't going nowhere. He's here to stay for the time being. They will rip up. I guarantee City will sell about 5 or 6 players in the summer. Carl Walker, you're gone. Gundo, you're not getting renewed. KDB, goodbye. And you know, maybe hang on to him for a little bit too long, but whatever. Who else is there? You probably said
Grealish as well.
Grealish's future's all in the air. You know what I mean? Who else is there that we can probably point
all
the
of
finger
them,
a little bit?
all of them, more or less. Even remember when De Bruyne wanted to go Saudi.
Bernardo Silva. That's 5 players already. These are 5 concrete players we're talking about already. The old
agent as well.
Yeah, Pep's always said that, hasn't he? Pep's always said like it's really difficult to keep remotivating the same players, and he's just moved them on. And then this is what's going to happen. That's what Fergie did so well for so long. Was he, as soon as it got a little bit stale, bang, out of the old in with.
I don't think Guardiola expected to stay again. I think like this new contract made. Otherwise, I think he would have been kind of doing the works beforehand. I don't think he planned to stay again. I feel like he was going to leave.
It was the ego that made him sign the contract.
Do you know? Yeah, I think it's a challenge as well.
Do you know what is as well? Like we talk about like 5 players that are probably more nailed on to leave. Then you lose a whole lot of experience, and whoever they bring in, they got to integrate them into the Premier League and everything. So you could probably say even for next season, there's going to be a bit of a drop off for them potentially. Does that make sense? Because you can't just go. They've
got the January and the summer window though coming on.
Yeah, maybe that is the case. Rodri is obviously still there, you know, but he's got an ACL.
Whoever they bring in. They've got to hit the ground running.
Like Rodri won't go Madrid. Man just forgot.
What do you mean? After that Vinny Rodri thing, after what that happened there, if you saw a comment by Rodri or a post or something, he ain't going there anytime soon. Trust me.
We'll see.
I think
football's a funny old sport, bro.
It is very funny.
You know what I'm saying? Football's a funny old sport.
I don't
And
think
not
he
only that
goes.
as well, people players, he won everything at Man City. People want new challenges. They want to go live in a hot country and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Brother is Spanish, bro, and he's 27.
He's Madrid,
Like,
isn't
Yeah,
he? As
yeah.
well,
You get a
like,
chance.
bro,
You're
Spanish,
gonna go. Yeah,
let's
definitely,
not do that.
100%. You got to go home.
Apparently, though, apparently Real Madrid are looking at Zubi.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
They are.
They want a
They are.
controller. They want to get rid of Tchouaméni and bring Zubi in because they need more Spanish players.
So
That's
what
the
does that mean for City there? Because I thought that was their number one target. No, they're gonna have to go for an Edison.
They go get the lever from Brighton.
Oh my God! Don't do that again.
Oh wow!
Don't do that. Don't do that. Again.
That's what will happen, you know.
Wow.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that.
They need legs in it, so
I think they go get Edison for Atalanta. I think that's a nailed on one for me. But then it's like I look at that and I think of Nunes, then obviously then you got an Edison, then you got two different options. I'll say they're quite similar players.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as we like the Edisons and the legs and everything, I don't look at Edison as a player that's gonna break down a low block or whatever, because you got to notice when teams play low blocks against Man City, that's when you need your KDBs, your nippy players like Foden, your Bernardo Silvas and stuff like that. Edison might be a defensive option, but he's more of an 8 than a DM in it. Does that make sense? Because he's a ball, he's a great ball. He does his best work when he can carry the ball quite well, and he keeps it simple. To be fair, so he's a bit more defensively secure than someone like Mateus Nunes. But he ain't got that passing range. This is the thing, yeah. When your whole ideology is fixated on a single pivot player, that means once that piece crumbles, then you're finding yourself scrambling. And that's exactly what it is. Pep's whole tactics, realistically, has backfired. You know, whether before when he had Fernandinho, single pivot, Yaya Toure before he left as well and whatnot, he was a bit more higher up. But the whole point is he's also used them in a single pivot. I was actually doing a little bit of research yesterday. Then Rodri, before he went back into the 6 as he was playing 8, when Fernandinho was around, then obviously he's gone in there. So it's been kind of smooth sailing. And now obviously trying to find that single pivot, they really missed out on keeping someone like Lavia or buying him back maybe and hoping that, because we can talk about the injury thing with Lavia, correct? Yeah. The thing is, then why did you go and buy Kovacic knowing his injury record? You could have taken a chance with someone like Lavia, but then again, Lavia might have wanted minutes and he probably would have thought, I want game time. So maybe Man City's not the best thing. I don't want to play second fiddle. So that's the other opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, you got that spot on. That's exactly.
Yeah, that's what's happened with all their academy. If you think about it, they've loaned out 3 or 4 or 5 players that would probably been good enough to be at least bench players for this City team. And now they've been moved on. Obviously, there's the guy at Southampton, there's Lavia, there's Cole Palmer. Obviously, McAtee's back there, but yeah, a lot of them have gone. A lot of them are left from City.
They could do with every single one of them players now.
Yeah,
they might sell McAtee. They might even sell him to raise funds for the transfer window, isn't it? Apparently, that's what I read.
He'll get a nice fee as well. I like McAtee. I think McAtee.
The Lap as well. The Lap up front's another guy that was there. Yeah,
yeah,
quite a few players.
Well, even if
washed, bro. These men are being washed in it, is what it is, bro. Like they'll probably put up a fight against us. They're not completely done at it because in the first half, being 3-0 up in that second half, you kind of saw right. They've still got that little spark where they could score a couple goals, even though it's final at home and they should be doing that. Like they've got a bit of a spark and they'll be up for the game because they simply just don't want us to win the league and that. But realistically, we should be beating the City team. That the goals they conceded, yeah. I don't know. I'm running out of words to say. For me, it feels like certain kind of throwing games. It's that bad. It's that bad.
Yeah. And you got to look at the attitude of some of the players as well, man. Like the one that usually run back. I think another key metric in it is the distance ran by some of these players, and I think that's what's been highlighted. I was, you know what it is? You read some of these posts online, and not everything on Twitter is crap. Yeah, not everything's garbage. Like there's some good stuff, like threads, like or breakdowns, and I was seeing something about the average amount that City were running last season, the season before that. The last 4 seasons compared to this season alone is night and day.
Yeah,
like, and it goes to show, isn't it? Like either it's an aging thing or it could be just an attitude thing, and that's where you got to look at someone like obviously Pep because he's the best at pretty much, or Klopp's one of the best at is galvanizing the players. Recently, you could even say the more modern manager that is known to do that, to come out in the second half. It's like a Ruben Amorim, obviously. But if we're talking the best of the best, you know what? If Pep can't sort that out, I don't think no one can.
They're in big trouble. But
so the entertainment of a new manager, it might be a fresh idea, but I don't see Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker, and all them man playing better.
How can they be this bad and still be second in the league?
Because
they
were winning games.
How?
Because they had such a...
They weren't great months either, but like, remember John Stones playing them out.
Yeah, they had like 3 last-minute wins.
Bro, even in their wins, they weren't playing well, but still, like, they have more wins than all of you.
The teams are being so inconsistent. That's what it is. Like, I don't know if it's the look. Let's be real. No, but wait,
and they have more wins than
I can tell you.
It's simple. Bro, certain men are happy with their season, and this City team have got more wins than them. I think
it was the Wolves game. I think Wolves lost, but Wolves showed a way to play against City, and I think since then, other teams have taken that blueprint and. Exactly right. And Fulham,
Southampton gave them trouble. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've paid them less respect and actually taken the game to them. We've seen with Feyenoord obviously putting 3 past them yesterday. Spurs at the weekend. Don't respect this City team. Don't sit back and let them have the ball the whole game. Take the game to them and just take your chances.
Well, you can say that. There's a lot of teams you can say, but Brentford's a great example of that. You know, scoring early as well.
Yeah, they were showing cracks, and I think it takes one manager to sort of assess all the evidence that's there, put it all together into a game plan, and then you get a result.
The thing is, you got to think the majority of a good bulk of the games that they did win was actually without Rodri in the side. So he's barely
played. He played 1 game this season?
Yeah, he came back for Liverpool, and obviously unfortunately got his ACL in it. But Arsenal. It's just Arsenal, sorry. But the thing is, it's like they stayed there because they got a bulk of their wins, whether they scraped them or not. But the other teams, you got to think they had their hard. The thing is, it's weird because City actually had a hard period in their first quite a few games. Chelsea away and whatnot, yada. Arsenal at home, drop points there. Obviously at their own gaff, which is not they done last year. It's like when it comes to the easy period, which was the one I remember even Dap saying, like we got a nice bulk of fixtures coming up. It should be fine. It's just that everyone else has had to play each other. Like the top of the, like you got Aston Villa and Arsenal, you got Aston Villa, Liverpool, then you got, I don't know who else, you got Chelsea and Arsenal, then Chelsea's playing whoever. Arsenal played Tottenham. I think that was quite early though. Etc. And it's like, it just hasn't, that's the only reason what I can really say. But when you deep it, if City lose against, or even draw against Liverpool on the weekend, there's about 3 or 4 teams that can go above them and they go straight to 5th. But the difference is obviously Aston Villa's got Chelsea, but I think at Chelsea, I'm not too sure. He's like they could easily be in 5th place. That's how tight the table is. And then the following game, they've got Nottingham Forest, which is a low block side, which is going to be difficult to break down. You know, if they want to get another win about them. And then even then, it's like all these teams that are 19, 18 points or in and around that, you're like, shit, they could drop down further and they could look a little bit spooky. That's how tight the table is at the top. Brighton even.
Yeah, Brighton are playing good football. Like they look so good at the weekend, some of their goals, to be fair to them. To be fair, Brighton, as much as they're obviously nowhere near City, they just showed that their recruitment is, they lose players all the time and their recruitment stays at the same sort of level. So the player comes in and puts in the same sort of level of performance, if not better than the one before. City have just been the complete opposite. I was looking at their wingers' output this season compared to wingers that they've had in previous seasons. This is the worst it's ever been. Like their recruitment has been awful. They haven't got close to where they were with players that have departed. Haaland's scoring like 55% of their goals at the moment.
At the moment, I heard it's,
and 5 of them have 0
I think it's more than that. I think it's 80% from what I read up.
Bro,
maybe that might be in one comp or something. I saw that.
Yeah, bro, they have 7 attackers and 5 of them have 0 goals.
It's crazy.
Jack Grealish has just casually not scored a goal in 2024. No one speaks about it.
It's nearly a year, I think. It's literally since like before last Christmas that he scored a goal.
So you're saying
England. For England, he scored. But
are you saying the cracks have been showing?
Not even the cracks have been showing, because I think Grealish isn't a player that he doesn't need to score or assist for him to be like
integral in a game.
Yeah, no, he doesn't need to score.
Yeah. He's one of the ones that played well yesterday.
Yeah, it's more of a thing where like that's just a funny stat that he hasn't scored in the year. I just find that mad funny, innit? But like genuinely, like Savio, who's someone who we all gave our respects to very early on, after what he did to Calafiori early days, like we was like, yeah, you know what? Like you could see even like he had a good game against Chelsea. I think he was very good against Chelsea when he on his
he's
debut.
he's had a lot of good games, Mons. He's just got no output. Like he looks like a really good player. I mean,
but that's not enough. That's not enough if Haaland's the only one getting your output. So if Foden's not getting the output, like because remember Foden scored 19 goals last year, he's got 0 right now. So if Foden's not bagging, Bernardo chipped in, he's not.
They haven't replaced Alvarez's goals.
Yeah, they haven't replaced Alvarez's goals. Gundogan is. I don't care if he's 34. He scores goals. Like he's a midfielder who scores goals, gets assists, scores goals. He's not been involved.
KDB's injured.
Score goals. KDB's injured.
Kyle Walker is a liability defensively. That I
so
think
with all these attackers, Nunes plays left wing and only got goals in got like 1 odd goal. Vardio's the second top goal scorer. So that means someone like Savio is great if City are casually winning games. But if you need him to score goals to chip in, that's not really his thing, bro. I'll be honest. That's not really his thing. Like you need Doku scoring like 10, 15. If Savio is going to,
I mean, Savio put up double digits in assists and goals last season in Spain, so he's got it in his locker. I just don't think they've unlocked it enough at City yet.
I think his decision making's clouded him a little bit, like not having a goal to his name. I reckon he does read social media. He's a young man. Let's be real. He is going to go.
Yeah, he just needs to add goals to his game because Savio is a very good
0017 is crazy.
He's a baller. Like he's a baller in terms of he's a pure footballer. But bro, being a pure footballer, is good because you make the right decisions, but in the final third, he hasn't been making the right decisions. So, and they absolutely killed Doku for that. Doku is a bit more erratic with the way he beats his players. Savio's more smooth, looks more Mahrez-esque when he does it, but Doku gets absolutely smoked for it.
The maddest thing is, you could say that Savio. So I wouldn't say Savio needs to adjust to the Prem. I think he's been wicked, like in terms of his all-round game. It's just the final product. I don't think he has an issue beating players.
Yeah, but
Mons is bang on with decision making.
But Doku gets crucified for that.
Yeah, he does.
Crucified for it.
No, he does. Doku gets
called Beetlejuice, bro. He gets called Beetlejuice.
The whole point on Doku was his whole decision making. That's what everyone was getting onto. Is your final, but that's the same thing with. This is what happens when you look a little bit more smoother on a ball. And you can't say Doku don't look smooth.
Aesthetics. That's what
aesthetics makes the judgment counts the judgment. This is why when people want to get onto Bruno, I'm like, what about Eriksen? Why not? Why not say he loses the ball just as much? By the way,
I hear it.
It's aesthetics.
But these two that are playing for City now, like just as an example, they're probably miles ahead of where Salah was at the same age, right? But Salah realised that he had to go away and work at it and make sure that his decision making was 100%. That's why he's been able to be so efficient for so long in the Prem. But for his first chance at Chelsea in the Prem, I know he didn't get a lot of opportunity, but he was not at the same level as Savio or Doku. And he went away and worked at it, came back, and he's a monster now.
And the thing is, this is why you can't get onto certain wingers. This is why when people try to say Saka's washed and certain other men are not that great and they get you GA in the Prem, right now, goal-scoring wingers, there's a lack of it. There's a lack of it, in my opinion. It's all coming either from one dope player, if not none. You can't tell me that these men are crap. Do you know what I mean? Madueke looks like one of the better wingers in the league right now. That's crazy talk. Brendan Johnson.
I'll tell you what, I'd take Noni over Savio and Doku at the moment.
This is what I'm saying. And in hindsight, you probably say, nah, man, I think I prefer Savio. But no, Madueke, at least Madueke in a certain game might just say, yeah, I'm turning up today. Like, I'm turning up. I'm getting my goal. Like, I'm getting my assist. Even though
that's it. Noni will, like, he gets himself into that zone where he's like, I'm not leaving this pitch without trying to score a goal. Whereas I think the others, I'm not sure whether I see that in him. Like, does Doku really ever come off the pitch like thinking he was like good enough to have scored?
I saw pinpointed down to me personally. City's recruitment just fucked up in the last couple of years. They've gone for a different direction of player, but they haven't exactly thought about it. Like in a way, like this is why the Haaland, Grealish, Bernardo thing worked to a T for me, because Haaland can get real great creativity, low blocks week in, week out. Do you know what I mean? They can unlock that. And if it's not him, it might be a Foden out wide or just behind him. Do you know? Like stuff like that. And you got to appreciate players like that. They're not known for their output, but it's all spearheaded to the one attack, which is Haaland or if not Alvarez at that time. When you're going to go get yourselves Savios and Dokus and that, they need link-up man in the middle. That's how they thrive.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
and but you need a bit more of a complete player because I think they are still creative players that can give you chances. So Haaland should, and I think Haaland should have buried a few chances for Savio this year.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's a little harsh, but yeah, guys, there's 1,400 people in there. Please smash the like button. We are on 274 likes. people want to dash and run, then what can I do in it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Okay, I thought you was going live next. Because I thought you was going live next.
You do it, man.
No, fair enough.
But anyway, yeah, please just get the likes up. Big up to everyone that's actually in here. You know, we don't really get streams where we can just really question City. Been waiting for this for a long time, man.
Don't question them too much, man. They're still still
in a good position.
I'm not one of them that want to. I'm not one of those people, and I think
you got them soon. You got them soon. Don't question them too much, bro.
I don't care. I'm getting something. I'm leaving with something. If you're leaving with something, I'm leaving with something.
Denzel.
Right.
But please, smash the like button, people. It's a quick like. You know where the fun button is. You know, if it's on light mode, it should be looking like Mons. If it's on dark mode, it should be looking like Dan. The fun button, just light that up, nice and smooth, man. But yeah, man, I'm not one of them guys that want to save face. Yeah, if I want to start crashing it a little bit, I'm gonna do it because guess what? In this YouTube game, especially, you have moments to enjoy yourself until it's the weekend. You know what I mean? You have moments.
But you got to have more moments when you got to beat them to have the moment. You can't really just have moments just because other teams are beating them. You got them coming up, bro.
Hey, my team
they might have a moment on you.
But my team is arse right now, so all I've got is moments.
No, you got Amarim now. Your team's not. Your team's good, man. You got Amarim now.
No, yeah, we'll see when that happens. But we know that the team overall is still quite non-balanced and arse. So at that point, I'm leaving with something. But is there any other questions you lot got?
I was gonna say about the Liverpool preview, innit? I don't know. When I saw Liverpool play Southampton away, I don't know if it was the changes that Slot made, but I thought Southampton gave Liverpool a good game, and I'm not sure, like, going into the City game.
He did give us a good game.
Yeah, I'm not sure, like, I'm as confident as Monts. I know Monts says, like, right, you should be able to, like, just get the 3 points.
I didn't say that. Everyone else is saying that. I didn't say that.
Obviously, where do you sit there?
Last night, everyone's speaking on City Liverpool. I've got Madrid today. So, like, all you man have been speaking about is, City, are they going to beat Liverpool? Yesterday, when you lot on the street, bro, I'm thinking about Madrid, blood. I've got Madrid to play.
Oops. That's the attitude. That's the attitude you gotta have. That's the attitude.
My bad.
One game at a time. That's the attitude.
Bro, it's not even one game at a time. It's not like, bro, no disrespect. It's not like we're playing like Genoa or something, bro. We're playing Real Madrid. Like,
yeah, you're right. One game at a time. All it takes is one little injury, and all of a sudden, or anything.
That's a funny comment.
Or even if you don't win.
Oh, brother, got tears. That's a funny comment.
What's Kaz laughing?
He said, did he delete stream?
Did LB delete his stream? No.
Nah, LB will just be stuck in traffic because all the Manchester City fans will be driving back down to support Chelsea.
That got me. That hit me, man. But yeah, man, look, I think that's enough question on City, and I think it's as well at the same time, you could pay a little bit of respect to Arsenal. They just destroyed the team that destroyed City, by the way. Even if it's Amarim less, bro. Let me ask the question. People in the comments, get your comments in. Are Arsenal back? And when we mean back, I mean in terms of form, not in terms of anything else.
Nah, they're back.
Are they back to just the Arsenal that we know? Kind of.
Yeah, Odegaard. It's Odegaard.
It's him, innit? It's not.
They got my respect.
I never realized how important he is until now. Like,
you know that's the title month.
All I heard 2 weeks ago was Arteta out. That's all I heard 2 weeks ago was Arteta out. That's all I heard.
You tell him.
Wait, can you name
everyone telling me Arteta out?
When I was, please
name what?
Name the one that's been going on, that comes on the stream regularly.
Oh, Hooks. Yeah, but Hooks is an Arsenal fan, isn't it? So obviously it's a bit different with an Arsenal fan. But other rival fans, all I'm hearing is it time to change the manager? All I'm hearing is do you need to do this? Do you need to change that? That's all I
can't get onto Hooks now for being Arteta out. Ain't that hypocrite? What?
Hooks is out the game. He's finished. He said Arteta out a long time. He's been saying Arteta out for like five weeks in a row.
Mad.
He was Arteta out a long time. He said Arteta out. He says Arteta out every 2 games or something.
Yeah, but I can get behind with what Hooks is saying there because Arteta's and Edu have obviously built a squad that is so reliant on one player. It actually isn't a good enough job. Because you should have realised in the summer that if Odegaard got injured, you didn't have enough to continue winning games. Same with Saliba a few seasons
I get what you're
ago.
saying, but you can't say
Their squad building is poor.
But if you say Arteta's doing a good job, obviously it's a completely different conversation because no one's thinking about Arteta right now. But if you say Arteta, this is probably arguably Arteta's probably best game in his career. This is probably Arteta's best game in his career for Arsenal as a manager.
You battered us 3-1 at the Emirates last year. That was
no. We played this is away from home at Sporting. That the way
away from home at Sporting. Are you
just had their manager and their director ripped out of
the way we played. This is as good as I've ever seen.
No, this is a good Sporting. This is a good Sporting team. But you realize, like, Sporting away,
no manager.
like. Is like,
hold on a minute. Weren't people predicting us to lose? Weren't people predicting us to lose? Did you predict us to lose? Did you predict us to lose?
I predict you to win. I predict you to win.
But did everyone else predict us to lose?
No.
I'm not speaking to you.
I did. You're telling me we beat you. And when we played you this season, when we were talking before the stream.
No. I'm talking about last year.
Wait. What I'm saying is,
us 3-1. That is a better result than beating Sporting.
No. I said this is Arsenal. This is Arteta's best performance, easily. This is one. This is
as in this season. You mean
not this season ever?
What?
This is probably his best performance ever as an Arsenal team.
Okay. All right, we're not getting it. So why? Why is it? Why is it your best performance?
Because you know what? Because these men are crap in Europe. Away.
Hang on once. Let's hear it. Because I'm not buying it.
No, it's because they're bad in Europe away.
Did you watch the game? Did everyone watch the game or not?
I watched the game, bro. You man were wicked, bro. You man were wicked.
So you think that there's
the bar in Europe's just mad low, bro. It's mad low.
We're talking about Sporting Lisbon. You've had better games.
Hold on a minute. A minute ago, you lot just said that Sporting.
I'll stick to my
Man City. I said,
bro. Anyone who watched my stream yesterday, I said, these men don't have a manager. I think Arsenal will win in this game.
Let's be real here. Sporting against City weren't even that great. I think they had 2 penalties that were given.
So hold on a minute. So now all of a sudden we were expected to beat them all of a sudden.
Why is this your best performance under Arteta?
Because firstly, it was everything that was going on at the time. It was like it was a must-win game in the Champions League. It was the fact that we had lost to Inter the previous week away from home. Even though we played quite well, it was the fact that we had this whole Gyökeres hype that everyone said he's going to come and tear us to shreds, and we got this Gyökeres, the best striker in the world. Everything that happened yesterday. Yeah, no one expected apart from certain Arsenal fans that believe it. But now all of a sudden it's only Sporting Lisbon. All of a sudden,
no, I'm
that's
not
what happened. That's what happened when it came to Arsenal.
You're in your rights to say that. I don't disagree when you say, if people are sitting there saying it's only Sporting Lisbon, that's a flip flop. You know what I'm saying? People can't sit there and say that to you after you've watched them in it. But for you to say it's the best result or best performance under Arteta, for me, that says a lot about the standards in the Champions League that you man have set for yourself.
Why? We beat a Man City and not played this well. We beat a Man City.
That's my team. That's my team.
We beat a Man City and the performance wasn't as good.
Let me provide.
That's my team.
Let me provide a
but what I'm saying is we beat a Man City and the performance. We beat Tottenham this year and Aston Villa away, and the performances weren't as good as this performance.
But let me provide a question for Monson. And first of all, foremost, people keep smashing the likes, please. Can we get this to 400 real quick? Don't be lazy. And also, can I get some hashtag hooks out, please, so I can screenshot and send it to him? If everyone in the chat can do that as you're hearing this, I really want to screenshot that, so people know. My question is then, Mons, what would you consider better performances than yesterday for Arsenal?
3-1 when they smoked us 3-1, bro. Like a bag of Arsenal performances.
That wasn't better. That wasn't better than this performance.
Of course, it was better than this performance.
No,
What about? You'd beaten us. You'd beaten us once in You'd beaten us once in how long?
It wasn't better than this performance.
I'll tell you this right now. Look at the level of opposition, bro. The reason you're saying it's the best is because you don't.
They just beat Man City 4-1. Why do you keep saying look at the level of opposition?
Oh my days! They don't have a manager. They don't. I've said this.
Oh, so now they don't have a manager. This is what I'm saying.
No, I've stuck with this. You can't argue this with me. You can argue with them, man. I said this. They don't have a manager.
The question is, why is this?
You know what? No, we're going around in circles. You know what we're doing?
Let me have the back and forth. But it's not his. Bro, it's not his best performance because look who you are playing in the Champions League away from home. I'm not saying they are a bad team. They don't have a manager, so therefore, you man are already. Are you a better team than Sporting in general? Are you better than Sporting?
I think we're better than Liverpool as well. What difference does it make?
Forget Liverpool. Do you think you're better than Sporting?
You're comparing it to Liverpool, so I'm comparing it. You're saying
do you think you are better than Sporting? That's the question.
I think we're better than Liverpool as well.
So I don't care whether you think you're better than Liverpool.
Yeah, but that's what you're comparing it to.
There's no evidence to show that. There's no evidence to show that right now. So I'm saying,
no, you're saying our best performance is because we beat you. That couple years last year or the year before. That's what basically we're saying, right?
That's not the point I'm making right now. I'm going somewhere else with it. I'm saying if you think you're better, if you already think you're better than Sporting, you already think you're better than them, and they've had their manager taken away, you smack them away from home. The only reason I think that you're inflating this win in terms of Arteta's best win in his Arsenal tenure, by the way, the only reason you're saying that is because your standards in Europe are horrible.
That's not. You're telling me what my reasoning is. That's not the reason. That's
what I get. I generally think that's what it is, because Arteta had very good games in his tenure throughout his Arsenal career, his Arsenal 10 years. Remember, he's been there 5 years now. So do you know what I'm saying? He's been there 5 years, bro. So you've had your Aubameyang, your games against Man City where you've knocked them out the cup. You've had your cup finals.
We didn't play better than this.
You've had emphatic wins against Chelsea.
You've had
a win against Liverpool. Bro, my thing is that you are absolutely in your right to say to people that have overhyped Sporting and now saying their shit. You have every right to get onto them personally, innit? I agree with you on that. But to go all the way, push the boat out and say this is Arteta's best performance for Arsenal,
this is Arteta's best performance.
Is way too far.
You said to me, I said to you, what's a better performance? You said Liverpool, and I said I don't think we didn't play better against Liverpool than we did against Sporting.
Like
we played better against Sporting than we did against Liverpool.
You're saying,
and to the Arsenal fans crying, I'm not underrating your win against Sporting. I'm saying it's not Arteta's best ever win. If you think it's Arteta's best ever win, then your standards in Europe are worse than I thought they were.
That's not actually. To be fair, that's not what he said. He said best performance, which
performance. Yeah, same thing. Yes.
No, it's not. It's not
the same thing.
No, it's not, because a win is like when they won the FA Cup. Arteta won himself a trophy. Yeah, that's performance. Right, that's winning the FA Cup.
Performance, bro. But level of opposition.
Okay, so that's like in my months. Hang on, then. One sec. In my opinion, that should be you controlled the game. Everything you did, you were clinical. Every shot you had was on target or looked like you could score every time you went forward. You barely let Sporting have the ball. Like I look at Arsenal last season against West Ham, Sheffield United. They were those sort of games. Is it better because this is against Sporting, who are obviously a higher level than West Ham and Sheffield United? Is that what you're saying?
Bro, that West Ham was down and out.
No.
That's what I mean. So is that why this is your best?
Why does everyone just forget Arsenal's run the games from January when they come back from Dubai? Why does everyone just forget that?
Who did we? But it's a performance. This was our best.
Yes, you were smoking teams and having good performances.
Bro,
you man were
with
Jorginho.
You're saying Liverpool. Hold on. You spoke. You said Liverpool because they're a better team. Because we beat you, it's a better win and it's a better performance. It doesn't work like that.
Bro, it was a better performance, and it wasn't just the Liverpool game. That's the first one that came to my head. When you played Jorginho, Rice, and Odegaard, you were steamrolling teams.
Not like yesterday. We played Sporting away from home, a team that has not lost all season.
Yeah, it's the level. What
level? They've not lost all season. Everyone's going on about how Arteta's under intense pressure from not just outside, from the fans. And then you're telling me all of a sudden we're going away to Sporting, and then we've beat them 5-1 on their pitch with the hottest striker in the world. And you're telling me that I should think, because we beat Man City that on a bad run, it's a better performance. That's what you're telling me.
You've just sat there and said it's Arteta's best ever performance in nearly 5 to 6 years. What?
So you're telling, and I gave you, I asked your question, who is, and you said Liverpool, and I'm saying you that's not.
Yeah, and I disagree.
So give me another one.
I disagree.
So give me another performance that was like that. Because everyone played the 9 yesterday. There was not one bad performance yesterday.
Yeah, I know, bro. You lot were, bro. I said you lot were wicked, bro. You lot were wicked. I think the way you lot battered Chelsea, you battered Chelsea last year, and even though
Chelsea, West Ham, Sheffield United, you got like
Chelsea,
5 goals.
Chelsea.
When we played Chelsea, Chelsea was in turmoil.
No, we weren't.
No. All right, hang on. Hold on. Don't tell me Chelsea were in turmoil when you're looking when these men have lost their manager, because you don't want to talk about that.
Who's lost their manager? Who are you talking about?
No one wants to hear about that.
By the way, this is a nice conversation. You know what it is though. Once I think again, this is subjective, isn't it? A little bit.
It's not subjective. It's not subjective.
You can't tell. Yeah, but you can't tell an Arsenal fan what his or their best performance is.
I'm saying I disagree. This
is under Arteta. You keep saying
I'm not telling him what his opinion should be. I'm disagreeing.
This is his best performance.
Yeah, you can disagree though. You're allowed to.
But there's nothing to disagree because he's not giving me the better performance.
I've given you a better performance. You haven't. I've given you a better performance.
Where?
The level is in hell.
I feel like
I've given you a better performance.
Tell me.
In my opinion. So I'm not saying you can't have that opinion. I don't agree.
I'm saying give me the better performance. You haven't given me one. You keep saying Liverpool. I'm saying that wasn't better. Who? Where?
You said Chelsea. So you asked me to give you one. I give you one. You don't agree. Okay, I'll give you Chelsea 5-0. Chelsea 5-0.
How was that better than Sporting away 5-1 with this position Sporting in all unbeaten
because you are you're looking at Sporting. You're taking the Sporting team. You're looking at them at a higher level with Amorim and with everything going well. They've lost their manager and you're completely disregarding that, bro. You're completely disregarding it. I'm not saying I predicted you to win because when a team is high flying and they lose their manager, it affects the team, bro. It affects the team. And also because you're so shit in Europe away and you haven't seen a win in literally 13 months, you man are overstating how good they actually are away from home because anyone you play away from home looks good against Arsenal.
It's not me.
Anyone. Let me land. Anyone away from home looks good away from Arsenal. Anyone, bro.
I don't even know what you're talking about. You've lost me completely. I actually don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
When you play someone, Arsenal away from home in Europe are not good. So therefore, you are inflating the magnitude of this win.
Telling me what I'm doing? Why are you telling me what I'm doing? I don't understand. Why are you telling me I'm inflating it? Why,
bro? This is what I mean by that. You're not comprehending, bro. This is the level because you're not getting the level, bro. Like you meant, bro. This is the level. This is the level.
You're not understanding.
You beaten Sporting, you smashed Sporting away from home. Like, man.
Everyone was telling me Sporting.
No, hold on. Champions League, man. Hold on. Just for a second. Champions League, man. Hold on. Dan and Cass, Champions League, man. Give me a second. Champions League. You lot have had big Champions League wins, right? Right?
I've had some. Quite like Milan, Real Madrid.
Cool. So like nights in Paris and all these things. Nights in Paris and these things.
We beat Real Madrid. We beat Milan, Real Madrid. We've had these nights as well.
My team smacked Porto by 5s and 6s repetitively. Yeah, Porto are like not that far away from Sporting. Like we smacked Leverkusen away. Like I'm saying, like this is what, like the level of Europe away from home is different for me than it is to you. So when we're looking at it, I think because you're not good away from home against these sides in Europe, you make them seem like they're better than they are. It's as simple as that. Like, bro, genuinely, how about this? How about this?
We're not undefeated, bro.
How about this? You see the way you see the way you undefeated, bro. Hold on, D. You see the way you dealt with PSG? I think that performance was I don't think it was better than this performance, but the way you dealt with PSG is something when you can sit there and go, it's PSG in it.
I understand that, but it doesn't.
And the level of PSG is higher than Sporting. And you made PSG look very, very, bro. You made that PSG team look so average, bro. So average.
What you're saying? Let me say something. What you're saying, right? First, let me tell you why I feel like right now it's crazy, understand what you said, but it's not making sense too much because. Right now,
because of the level, that's why I don't make it sense.
Let me finish. Like if you've got, say, right now, a team like Man City, for example, yeah, or you got a team like Brighton, for example. If somebody goes and beats Brighton 5-0 at their pitch, right now, that would probably be a better performance or a more impressive win than beating Man City, regardless of what team's better, because of where they are at the point. So, Sporting Lisbon. When we go to their ground and beat them 5-1 right now, when they're hot, they've been undefeated all season. They got the hottest striker. Everyone thinks we're going to lose to them. Is a better win.
Why do you keep forgetting they lost their manager? Why do you keep ignoring that? Why does everyone ignore that?
That's what I'm saying. You keep picking what narrative you want.
I'm not picking what narrative. You're naming the positives and you're naming the negatives. You're naming the positives.
What do you mean?
They've lost their manager. Do you know where Sporting were about Amorim?
So hold on a minute.
You know where they were about Amorim.
Hold on a minute. So you can't lose your manager and get better.
I mean, they won 6-0 the game before.
I didn't even get to that. Who did they play? Who did they play? No, it doesn't matter. So now you play them. They lost their manager though. They lost their manager.
I don't. I put one sec because we keep doing going around the circles, isn't it? Ring around the rosies. I don't know how we
4-1, but we Spurs just beat City 4-0. Who are Man City right now? Who are Man City? Stop using Man City as the measuring tool. Who are Man City right now?
But you could, okay, you know what? If that's the case, then let me ask Ash. Ash, was that not your best performance under Ange?
Yeah.
There you go.
Away from home.
Regardless of what the case is.
There you go.
What are we doing here?
But then I can say to you,
that was their best performance under Andrew's performance.
It wasn't your best performance because you lot beat this team last year, whatever. I can say that. I can give it countless examples.
Welcome back, Aya, by the way. Welcome back, man.
I'm talking about the best performance under Arteta at the point that it was when everyone was doubting him and when everyone was expecting Sporting to destroy us was this performance. He went up there
the best performance in his career. His best performance in his career.
But you know what?
For me, Arteta's best performance.
You know what I don't understand. You know what I don't understand.
You're now saying, all of a sudden,
we'll agree to disagree. I just think you're.
No, you agree with me. You agree with me. You just want to debate.
Can we get?
No, I don't agree with you. I
definitely
do not agree with you.
No, you definitely do. You definitely do.
I do not agree with you, bro. Sporting away from smashing Sporting. Go, sorry, Cass, go on.
Can we get LB's opinion?
I do not agree with you, my boy.
You do.
Can we get LB's opinion?
Go on, LB.
Yeah, I thought so. You shouldn't talk anyways. But I'm just saying, like,
what the fuck up, LB?
I'm saying this year, like. The craziest thing is I didn't expect this to take a turn, and I know you're arguing over like the best win under Arsenal, like as in performance-wise, anyways, not win, performance. And somehow it sounds negative. Like surely you're arguing over a performance is probably pretty much a compliment to say how good Arsenal been in other games.
Yeah, but he's saying your standards are in the bin because you.
I don't understand how you beat someone 5-1. You don't talk about someone like Odegaard, Partey, Timber.
Well, we was about to, again, but bro, we was about to go in that direction, and then best ever performance under Arteta when he's been there for 5 years.
But you wanted to make it Liverpool because we beat Liverpool. That's the best.
Come on, man.
You wanted to be Liverpool.
Liverpool, Cass, don't do that because they do it to themselves.
I see what you're doing. I know, but the thing is, I'm not trying to do the. No, one sec. I'm not trying to do the like Captain Save-Home thing, but what I'm trying to do, obviously, for D is like. If someone tried to tell me what Man United's best performance was, it's also going to get my head rattled, bro. Don't tell me about my team when you support someone else. So my whole point is, with D, it's subjective. If he thinks that's Arsenal's best performance under Arteta, as an Arsenal fan, that's down to him.
Cass, what was your best performance under Ten Hag?
Good question.
It's a good question, bro. There's a few to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
is it City FA Cup final?
Nah, bro. Because not for me. No. There's some. I'll have to think about the first season. I would even say the 2-1 against Liverpool at Old Trafford was fucking. We beat them up. We should have had more, but it didn't happen, didn't it? We beat you. No, we beat you up. Salah got dealt with in the first 5 seconds of Lisandro Martinez's body in the middle. I knew that game was a wrap when I was at Old Trafford watching it. Or Barcelona, Anthony's finish. That was wicked. I mean, there's a few, but.
I know what you're saying, but with this,
listen to the names.
Everything
tell them Leipzig beating Leipzig away when they lost their manager or some shit.
You're compared. See what I'm saying? See what he's doing? He wants it to be Liverpool. He thinks it's because the team.
Oh
my god, yeah, that 2-0 against Spurs. We absolutely crucified them that game. That was minute 1 to 90. Crazy. Once my fellow Arsenal fan in the panel forgot to either put so far or to me at the end of his statement, allow it. But he did say to me, to be fair. D said that. I think he did. He didn't. Oh, you might have said that, to be fair. But yeah, no. My whole point is you can't. I mean, look, yesterday, man. Let's be real, man. Who was your highlights? What were your highlights?
Partey and Timber. Obviously,
Timber was out of this world.
No, he wasn't because he's only against Sporting, so he wasn't out of this world.
No. Again, don't be hurt because your standards in the bin. I sat there. Again, I predicted you to win, but you just again you want a slice and you take the whole cake, bro.
That's all it is. It wasn't that good. It's only Sporting.
I didn't, bro. I'm not saying that. But again, your head's gone the other way.
No, I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine.
Only speaking on the game, we can say how good your players were. Again, you just want to go over there and say it's the best performance I've ever seen under Arteta.
Yes,
because it's your second win in like 7 games or some shit. So it's like,
you're in your own world. You're in your own.
You man have forgotten what it's like to win games. Clearly,
Genuinely, you beat Man City. But anyway, when we got because you need to focus on Madrid and Man City, not us. So
I have Madrid.
When we had the injury crisis,
I actually have a European giant with their manager to play. I actually have a European giant with their manager to play.
Anyway, back to our performance. Anyway, Timber. Saka, obviously, when in the Champions League, what happens is teams very rarely do they play to stop your players. In the Premier League, that's kind of how it is. Teams don't really in the Champions League, they kind of play to their own strengths. So when you leave players like Saka and Odegaard with a bit more space, they can show what they're capable of more often than not. That's what it comes down to. So it's more is your one-on-one players better than our one-on-one players or stuff like that. I feel like Saka, when he gets one-on-one with players, he's as deadly as you can get. Like most teams in the Premier League, they kind of double up, triple up on him. So with Sporting, when we managed to just get a foothold in the game, Timber changes everything because he's almost like a perfect right back. He can attack, defend, invert, underlap, overlap. He's clever. He's brilliant on the ball. So it's like a cheat code. The only problem we actually had was Calafiori. He wasn't bad, but he's the only one that's a little bit. Sometimes he jumps in a little bit too much, and he can kind of get caught out now and then. But I had a feeling that even with Gyökeres, I had a feeling that Saliba and Gabriel, they were going to give him problems because they love playing against those type of strikers. The strikers that they don't like playing against are the quick, nippy ones, the ones that are kind of really clever. The big brutes, they love those guys. They both just double up on them nicely. So, yeah, brilliant performance. Everyone played at least an 8 or 9. Declan Rice was brilliant. Everyone played how they're supposed to play. And when they play how they're supposed to play, or you can see what they're trying to do. Because even like Martinelli, who hasn't been good this season, he's actually a goal-scoring winger. He's not like a chance creator or anything like that. So he actually has to score goals and to actually have an effect on the game. So when we've got players like that are actually like, he needs to be on the end of moves, not at the beginning of moves. And that's how we play. That's how our teams play. So when Martinelli is actually playing all right, it helps everyone out. It helps Saka out. It helps Odegaard out. But yeah, having Odegaard back's a real big thing. But yeah, Timber and Partey for me were there.
Well, when Sporting scored the set piece, did you think, oh, hang on?
That's what I was waiting for. So when they scored,
when they scored, as well, at the same time as well. But go on.
Yeah, because it was more of a like it can change the momentum and the swing of the game can change. But that's the difference between David Raya and Ramsdale. That's right. That's what people didn't see. Because if people didn't watch the game, what David Raya started doing, he started, he got booked for time wasting. So he started holding the ball, and yeah, literally holding it. Like, I know you only meant to have 6 seconds on the ball, but he probably had about 12 every time. He kept holding the ball, and he took.
So would you include that in the performance? Like, that's why you were so
definitely maturity, definitely, because when Trossard came on, Trossard scored, but Trossard kept doing all these little, like, trying to twist and turn around 4 or 5 players. So he was actually harming our ball retention.
Do you know what surprised me the most a little bit? And I know we cuss him a lot, yeah, but we always say when he doesn't have the help, like the overlaps, the underlaps and stuff like that, yeah, is I thought Martinelli was stretching their centre back and their wing back, Kenda. Them two were getting stretched, and I thought Martinelli was getting into gaps this time rather than, it's like he wasn't thinking about it too much. Like, even when he was crossing the ball, didn't take more than 2 seconds to think about it, just get into the box. Because we always said, like, Calafiori inverting, bro, that's his position. You know what? One thing I'll give credit is to my cousin, yeah, is the fact when he was calling for Calafiori to go into that role, he wanted him to do the inverting thing because obviously Cucurella at that point, you needed someone that could do the backup situation.
But Calafiori didn't have that good a game though.
What? Nah, for me, inverting controlled the game and allowed Timber to either slot into a back 3 or go further forward as well. Not just Calafiori doing a back 3 thing. Gabriel was
got spun like 3 times.
Gabriel is a good centre back that can cover the channels. So when Gyökeres tried to deal with him in the channels more time, he dealt with him because we already know that. We said this last season.
That type of striker. But what I'm saying is,
good wide centre backs if they want to be. You don't really need Calafiori there. Let him do the way he does best in the midfield slightly. You know, he's not. I look at Calafiori like a Scalvini a little bit.
No, he was.
You're not the greatest defender.
Everyone was at least a 9 or an 8.
Not the greatest attacker if you wanted to go further forward.
I don't think Timber was as bad as you, man.
I thought he was good yesterday.
He was good, but he wasn't on the level of Timber or Partey.
No, yeah, because they were like excellent. Like,
yeah. Calafiori was at 7 or an 8.
Calafiori a better centre back.
Calafiori staying 7 doesn't mean he was bad in man.
No, he wasn't bad. But I'm saying, if you're gonna look at the game and analyze the game, you would definitely go for a Timber because Timber was exceptional yesterday.
Yeah. They were better.
Whereas Calafiori was at a 7, maybe an 8.
But Calafiori, I thought Calafiori next to Partey was good because even then they got to a point where I was like, cool, they're pressing in the 4-2-4. I was like, cool. Calafiori went in the middle. And then I saw Partey joining with Declan Rice and Odegaard in the attack. That's how pinned back they were. Did no one see that? And then Timber just had to sit back.
He was good. He was
like a 3-1-6 sometimes against them, man. They couldn't handle the overloads. Odegaard was in positions that they just didn't like because Marita, the thing is, the difference is if Amarim was there, he would have changed the 5-2-3 up to a 5-4-1 instead to deal with that. And
Calafiori they got past Calafiori a couple of times. One of them just not he got through him a couple of times with Timber. Like even the last game, Timber, there's a clip where Timber tells Saka, "Don't come and double up no more. You go. I'll deal with Hudson-Odoi."
You don't think the result would have been different if Amarim was there?
Of course it would have. Of course it would have.
Oh my days.
Of course it would have. But the thing is,
you asked the right question. I just think he would have been exactly the right questions.
He wouldn't have been as one-sided, but I think
it
would have been. It wouldn't have been as one-sided.
Because you know what is after the second goal went in, I saw it's easy. Dion Monday's head went down. His head was lost. You know where his head went when he got that yellow card when he's trying to argue the ref. The goal hasn't. There's not even 1-0 yet.
So if Amarim's there yesterday, from our performance,
yesterday it's easy. It's tough to say, obviously, but I think for me, anyways, Sporting looked leaderless. Is that a correct word?
I think when Arsenal play like that,
they were dangerous. I think if Arsenal play like that with Amarim, I still kind of think Arsenal might have beat them.
I think Arsenal can still get the win personally. I think maybe it's not as emphatic as 5-1. I think you could defo 2-1 that, 3-1 that. I'm saying that I think when Arsenal play like you did yesterday, that's the Arsenal that I kind of see when you lot can go on runs. That's the Arsenal I kind of see that can go, all right, like the confidence is back. You man are moving the ball quicker. It's little nuances where Timber's getting the ball. First touch is positive. A lot of the time we've seen Arsenal this season, the first touch of players has been negative. Not bad first touches, by the way. I'm saying a negative first touch. Do you know what I mean?
Sideways, more sideways.
Exactly. Precisely. You look now that Odegaard's there, you're able to play through the middle again.
He's a trigger, isn't it? He's really the trigger.
And
press trigger, everything.
When you don't have Odegaard, there's so many things it takes away from the team where you're forced to play down the flanks.
But you know what it is?
Martinelli's not in great form, and you're very reliant on Saka. So if Saka doesn't score, it's like.
Do you know what it is, Monster? You see what it is with everyone always. Like, I don't know if you actually watch Arsenal regularly, you will know that Odegaard, as much as he's brilliant on the ball, that's not actually why he's more key to our team. He's actually more key to our team because of what happens off the ball.
Yes, he's been converted to he's more of an 8 than a 10 now.
Yeah, but he's the one that leads the press. He's the one that handles all of the. We go at this time and we go there. When I go here, you go there. It's one of those.
When you go
to games, you realize why he's captain. Because I was actually doubting why he was captain before, and then when I saw him at the game, and I went to the Norwich game a couple seasons ago, you see why he's actually captain. Because there's a lot of things you don't see on screen. Like him and Arteta are all constantly talking throughout the game. Like he always, before the game starts and the warm up, he goes over to the fans and starts talking to the fans and doing all these things. There's things that you don't see. So when he's missing, it changes our whole game, not just because of how good he is on the ball, but off the ball. He really, really does press hard for the whole game, and his fitness levels are out of this world.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's just that we have to look at what he's doing. Like as I said, for me, the morale of the team is just brighter. Everything's just brighter. Everyone just like, okay, we're back again. Like it's like everyone's just kind of got that swagger again. That's what I saw against Forest and against you. It just seems like you man are playing with swagger again. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like when's the goal gonna come. You man couldn't buy a goal before. Now it's like how many are you gonna score again? You see what I'm saying? That's that confidence that's back. So the only thing is that like how can you not have a replacement or a plan B?
You can't replace Odegaard.
No, but not everyone's a replacement. It's more of like a plan B. If you know what I'm saying,
it's hard to find a plan B. I guess our plan B is technically
a plan B doesn't have to be as obviously no one's going to be as Odegaard. Do you know what I mean? Though?
You want someone that can kind of at least plug the gap.
When you man are off the ball, the two that are pressing aren't the wingers. It's literally Havertz and Odegaard as the front two.
For the 4-2-4.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
can I say this though? I think the key thing on this, and it goes to show with any team, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool. At the moment, saying United struggling to find is I think the key word is balance. When it's what Spurs have found recently is balance in their side a little bit, even if they have injuries. But it's all to do with the midfield. For me, it's all about the midfield. Odegaard's key. You take him out, you lose your creative spark, you lose your controller. Everyone plays better. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think it is, anyways. And I think Arteta's
you're
found
right.
a balance. He's found a balance. You can't be playing Marino and Declan Rice in midfield or 3 DMs or however you want to look at it. You can, depending on what game it is or situation, but you can see it's either Marino or Rice. So when people say Marino and Rice can play together, yeah, of course they can. But it's not, I don't think it's balanced enough. I don't think it's good enough either. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I see it's either Partey or it's Jorginho. It's either Marino or it's Rice. It's either Odegaard or go and trust
Yesterday,
Guarnieri.
that's our best team.
That's
the
how
team
it
that
was.
played yesterday
Everyone
is our
that
best
came
team.
on, Marino come on, Guarnieri came on. Do you know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. It's definitely balanced.
Yeah, that is our best team yesterday. That's our best team. So,
but yeah, look, guys, make sure you go and subscribe to everyone. Smash the like button as well. It's still 1,200 of you in here. You can go check them in the description, or you can see in the names. Let's get D up to 1,000 subscribers. We'll be live on Spurs Kings TV later. It's just a good panel, man. 10 o'clock, man. It's just a great panel. I personally enjoy it. As well. Then we obviously got Dan. Dan's been running up a lot more content as well. So if you're a Chelsea fan, especially because it's Chelsea content, you'll find Dan over there. Just type it in on the YouTube bar. It's quick. Especially you lot in the comments, I think. But if some of you like to watch stuff back and you think like, okay, what's an interesting debate or what's like a reaction of some sort, then you got everyone here that does stuff like that. Even yesterday, Ash done a tactical review that I witnessed with the other Spurs fans because I'm trying to clip you man up. So other than that, this is gonna go over. To look. LB didn't. It's cool in it, man. It's cool in it. Like we all have them moments. Don't want it. You can't show in it. Is what it is. Like next time we'll get him in it. But please smash the likes on the way out. This is going straight to Big Six Bands, and it'll be nice to see a lot of people go over there and say NAF raid. We're gonna continue the conversation as well. We're going live straight away. So I expect at least half of you in here, 600 people. There's no other lives. So let's go over there, right? Let's just get the numbers up in a bit. And hopefully you lot enjoyed the show, and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, man.
Stay humble, eh?
Stay humble.